It is 6:46 right now.
Hello.
It's time to get uplifted after all. Today, just joking, that joy comes from two high school seniors in Arlington, Virginia. Cynthia Rushme and Farah Bahar started a candy company called FNR Suites during the pandemic. They didn't just need something to do, they needed money. Both of their parents lost jobs during COVID.
Definitely thinking about saving up for college.
You needed to try to find that independently.
Yeah, because my parents, they pay for too much.
I feel accomplished in a way for an 18-year-old, and that's like really big. I feel like I made my parents really proud.
Trust me, you did. Fast forward 1 year, their company, FNR Suites, is thriving, and they earned enough money to help their families, which may be the sweetest part of it all. That these young women had like the thought, you know what, I'm going to pitch in, when surely their life was going to school and just sort of maintaining their own lives. You know how teenagers can be. For them to think outside of themselves is really, I do agree, the sweetest part of this story.
Yeah, it seems like they have a great sense of self-awareness. They look around and they're like, hey, what can I do to pitch in?
And P.S., those look delicious.
And you know what? We've had a bunch of these stories, so that's another offshoot of the pandemic. A lot of people, particularly young people, pitching in, helping out, and getting creative.
I want to shout out my daughter Spencer, my youngest, 16. She started to make just whole trays of food and take them to different charities that accepted food.
Great.
She did this, you know, in our kitchen. So I could shed a tear. So I want to share things that uplift you too. Mama's proud of you, girl. Email us at getuplifted@wusa9.com. You can also reach me on Twitter, Instagram, or on our Get Up DC social pages. Howard, over to you.